Namaste. Welcome to the series Sounds of English. I am Surhuda Krishna, your friend, trainer, mentor and guide. Get set, come, let's start learning. What is the object in this picture? Do we know the answer? Any guesses? Yes, it is so simple. Indeed, it is a flower or a fool or flower in French or who in Kannada. We all know that it has different names in different languages. Flower, fool, flower, who. What are expressions of thoughts and ideas? And how do we express them? We humans use words for everything that we need to say or to express. We also express ideas, thoughts, emotions, names of people, places and things. Most importantly, we apply communication. Let's see what this means. Communication is exchange of ideas, information, thoughts. The process of communication involves elements like a sender who sends messages, a receiver who receives messages. The sender encodes the message or in simple terms forms a message. The receiver receives then decodes the message. This means the receiver understands the message. Then the receiver sends a feedback or response. This cycle of give and take of information is possible because of the process of communication. And communication is possible because we use a tool called as language. Language helps us to understand, to bind, to connect, or to understand each other. In communication, we use a medium or a channel via which we send messages. Sometimes there is noise or even interruption. This means the receiver either cannot receive the message or possibly hasn't been able to perceive what it is. Now, what is language? Indeed, language is a crucial tool for living. It is one of the most important components, the most important component of communication. Language was born about 2 million years ago on this planet. This was developed by Sumerians and Egyptians. Also, Sanskrit is said to be the mother of many languages. It is one of the oldest languages on this planet. Currently, there are about 7,117 languages the world over. Let's come to what is mother tongue or native language. All of us have a mother tongue, don't we? So what is this native language? Different people speak different languages. People who speak a certain language from their early years and are from a linguistic region are called as native speakers. For instance, Kannada is the native language of people of Karnataka and bordering regions. Kannada is the first language or the native language of Kannadigas, we can say. Some of us can be native speakers or we may not be native speakers of any language. Hindi is the native language of India. We all speak Hindi, but we may not be the native speakers of Madhya Pradesh or Uttar Pradesh. Likewise, English is the native language of England. We speak English, yes. However, it is not our native language. We are non-native speakers of English. So, where is English spoken? Well, English is one of the most widely spoken languages of the world. It is spoken mostly across the globe. It is one of the top 3 languages of the world. English is the official language of more than 80 countries. It is the co-official language of more than 20 countries. And it is the sole official language of the Commonwealth of Nations and Association of Southeast Asian Nations. English also happens to be the official language for European Union and the UN. English, besides all this, is the de facto official language of the US, the UK, Australia and New Zealand. Then let's try and understand how did English come to India. In 1600 AD, the Queen of England set up a company called as the East India Company. Now, this company was interested in coming to India, and as a matter of fact, some British traders did come to India during that period with the aim of doing business. English language was introduced to India by them in the 17th century. Trading ports were set up in port cities like Surat, Mumbai, Madras, and Calcutta. The East India Company started ruling over India. English newspapers and journals were started. English literature was also introduced in India. So, let us look at the turn of events around this time. First, it was the setting up of a company by the Queen. Then the company comes to India. Then setting up of ports for business in India. Then the most historic taking over of governance of India by the British. Then making English the language of instruction. And of course, now it remains with us forever. The course of history indeed is extremely interesting, and what happened after that is, as they say, literally history. So let us see what happened. In 1830s, English was made the official language by the East India Company. It replaced Persian. During the freedom movement, many Indian leaders, including Bal Gangadhar Tilak, opposed British education. However, the Indian education system was developed on the basis of British education. Well, all of us are aware the country got independence in 1947. Yet, the British education system continued. Hindi became the official language and English the co-official language of the country. What happened after the independence is also very interesting. Do we know these people? Who are they? What is public sector? What do these people remind us of? What happened to the Indian economy after 1947, from 47 to 1990? Let us try and understand. The then Prime Minister of India, the first Prime Minister, Pandit Nehru, had a vision to develop infrastructure for the country. So, the thrust was on developing government sector and public sector in the country. Well, this means not so much of public sector enterprise, not so much of public sector businesses, and of course, not so much of business culture in the country. And Mahatma Gandhi had a vision for developing local economies and Swadeshi. All this went well till the mid-80s. But after that, the economy went into rough weather. And, of course, we needed some improvement. After 1993, there was a new direction given to the economy by these two gentlemen. Do we know these three words? LPG. And what are they? These two people, the then Prime Minister, P.V. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh, proposed liberalization, privatization and globalization of the Indian economy in the late 80s, and by early or mid 90s it was a dream come true. The three words that made history in India and changed the direction of the economy are, again, liberalization, privatization and globalization. The advent of LPG brought in many big sectors. This is the big India growth story. The LPG revolution changed the direction. It led to the growth of various sectors in the country. A transformation from mixed economy to open economy was seen. The merging of our economy with the world market happened. The growth of business and corporate culture took place. The advent of the IT and ITS sectors also happened because of one of the most important factors, which is the knowledge of English. This language helped us in getting the complete IT sector that we have today in cities like Namma Bengaluru, Pune, Hyderabad, many other small cities and big cities too. Well, of course, the internet revolution also did help us, as also our geographical advantage over the Western countries. Call centers were set up here. To sum it all up, the knowledge of English played a vital role in bringing the world markets to India and the IT sector too. English is not just the business language of the world, but the second official language of this country. We cannot escape the fact that we must know English very well. It is important for job placement. It is needed in most corporate careers. We are living in a global economy. English is really important. Let's pay attention to some English. Thank you.